Hello Goblins, it's Chris, Eldritch Pipes, here for a tobacco review, which we will get to in a moment. But before we do, I've got a pipe to show you. Every now and then I have a pipe available, and this one was finished last night. It is a Viking horn in a green contrast blast with moss green Eldritch Cumberland. I can see it's coming across as quite vivid on the screen. This isn't quite as day glow green as it appears on the screen, but it's a really nice green. Nice little blast. I had the choice on this one of making it either a smooth or a blast, and I really wanted a blast on this one. Just because the green that I use doesn't really work that well on a smooth pipe, but it works really well on these on a blast finish. So, if you like that guy, my email will be down below, or if you follow me on any of the Instagrams and Facebooks and the like, contact me on one of those. And if it sells, then I'll note it down below that it's gone. All right. Now, I actually haven't bought some tobacco in a little while, just because I have plenty. And I'd got a few that I was going back and forth on. But I became aware of a guy who's sort of selling more tobacco's not so easy to get hold of. And I took a look at what he had, and I was interested in a few, so I picked some up. So with tobacco reviews for tobaccos that are not easily able to get hold of, if that aggravates you, look away. The first one is Pease Embarcadero. Now, of course, this tobacco is not hard to get hold of, but this tin is from 2004, so it's got about 16 years of age on it. And when I opened the tin, it had a real sort of Virginia funk to it. It had that real aged Virginia smell. It was pretty glorious. The tobacco was a little moist on opening. If you were watching the last Listen with Eldritch, you would see me smoking it, and I had trouble keeping it lit. But this one I've let dry, and I've done a sort of charring light on this one as well. So let's get it going again. One of the things that surprised me about this blend, it's a red Virginia and Izmir blend. And a lot of the sort of the red Virginia blends, I mean, there's even the small batch red Virginia that I've got. And I've kind of got used to red Virginias being presented with that sort of like the really sour, sort of vinegary profile. So really sort of harking back to the McClelland vibe, or the LJ Peretti style. And this, when you Smell the tin. It's vaguely there. There's just a touch of this sour note, but it's way back in the background. It's kind of presented as this like nice broken flake. It is pretty well broken. But that sourness really becomes, the sourness that you can smell in the tin really becomes a kind of sweetness. It's so in the background. It's really Virginia forward. I associate the Izmir leaf with being sort of quite sort of sweet and fragrant, and so it could sort of like the kind of the accord that the red Virginias and the Izmir make means it's quite difficult to actually sort of tease them apart. It is a really comforting kind of smoke. I'm going to have to light her again. It has all those kind of toasty elements that I like in a kind of a Virginia forward blend. And so, yeah, this is like, if you're a Virginia fan, Embarcadero is like, this is for you. If you're hoping for sort of like a more complex Oriental Virginia mix with those sort of like spicier elements, that's not quite here. It reminds me actually of a Germain's blend I've been smoking, but I now can't remember. But it's just a Virginia blend. And this is very much like that, kind of like a mellow Virginia, but with just... Something's running on my roof. Hello? Probably a shoggoth. But maybe just has got something a little more going on. So it's a Virginia blend at the fruitier end of the scale. So not terribly complex, but really nice. And I think the age has sort of taken any sort of astringent, sort of nose burning element out of it. It is a really easy smoking blend. Easy smoking in flavour, not so easy, I'm finding, to keep lit. I wonder what the younger versions of this are like. I'm imagining this is like the epitome of a blend that you would cellar. Buy it to cellar it and then crack it open some years down the line. Never having smoked a younger version, I couldn't compare it. But the age version, very pleasant. All right. That's my review for the very smokable Embarcadero. I'll be back for the next instalment of Listen with Eldritch. If you're joining that with me, I will see you then. If not, take it very easy. I'll see you at the next tobacco review, when I'll reveal what the next difficult to find tobacco I'm smoking is. Until then, your loyal pipe maker.